And since we're working with the hips, we're going to do some lunging. So let's reach the left foot back and the toes on the ground. So just, there we go. So you can stretch through that calf. And then bring that knee in towards the chest, rounding through the back. And step that leg through into a square lunge. So we're not, we don't have the legs really open here like this yet. So just be in a square lunge, and I don't want you to move far over this foot. I just want you to stay up and work on bringing this back hip around to the front. So hopefully you'll feel something through the front of the thigh, the front of the hip, but there's not a lot otherwise happening here. You can start to get a sense of the legs moving in towards the center line of the body, towards each other. And just feel the length of the spine here. And then rest back. And let's go to the other side. So reaching out with the right leg, stretching that calf. Bringing that knee in, hugging it towards the chest, knee to nose, and then step through into the square lunge. Coming up. And again, just working to bring that back hip towards the front, feeling that sensation of the legs knitting in towards the center line, and feeling the length through the spine. So you would place one foot on the chair, the other standing leg facing the chair, and then simply lean into that leg. Now you would just have to make sure that your knee's not going too far over your toes here. So you might have to step a little more forward in the chair or a little more back with your standing leg for that to happen. So this can be your lunge modification. Okay, and then back. And if you need to do any cat-cow or any kind of releasing of anything, feel free. Okay, we're going to go into a wider lunge here. So again, reaching back with the left leg, stretching the calf. We're going to bring the knee to the nose. And then step through the hands a little wider this time. Make sure that your knee is aligned with your ankle. If you need a block here or something to bring the floor up to you, that can be very, very helpful. So don't hesitate to use the things that will alleviate problems like, wrist issues, or just being able to have the trunk forward like this. There are alternatives. So again, we're just wanting to feel this leg opening up here. And it can feel quite different having the foot flat versus having the toes tucked. So you might want to explore that as you're here, breathing. And then resting back. Good. Taking a moment if you need to wiggle things out. And then reaching back with the right leg this time, working through that calf. Knee to nose. And step through the hands. Knee over ankle or behind ankle. Legs still knitting in towards the center line. That back hip rolling back forward, opening through that groin. We'll hold here. Good, and then coming back and working it out in any way you choose. We have one more set of lunges to do. This is going to be a high lunge. Okay, so reaching back with the left leg, stretching the calf. Nose and knee together. Stepping through the arms and then lifting that back knee off the ground. Now you're welcome here to stay forward. Just make sure that you are in, we don't want this kind of a thing. We don't want that kind of a thing. We just want the spine nice and long at the crown of the head. But you can be here or you can take yourself up to your thigh if you would like. So it's up to you. Of course, being up here is a little more work. So again, you want that sensation of knitting the legs toward the center of the body. That's going to give you some stability here. And we're still bringing this back hip forward. Just breathe here. And feel free to do any upper body movement you would like. And then release. Let's come into a plank from here. High plank. If this isn't accessible to you, then just let your knees drop. Good, and then all fours. And now we'll work the other side. So reaching back with the right leg. Nose to knee, knee to nose. A knees to no basis. And then step through your hands and lift that back knee. Now here, one of the things I didn't say on the other side is that how wide apart your feet are from right to left can have an impact also on how easy or difficult this is for you. So you don't have to have, your feet in one line. You can have space between the right and the left, and that can add some stability. Coming up if you want, or staying low. Feeling the legs knitting towards the center line, that back hip coming forward. Really relate to your ground so that you're supported and you feel the strength from the ground through the bones of the body, rather than making it an effort of pushing away from the ground or trying to hold yourself up here. And then any upper body movement you would like to explore. I don't want to do anything too posy here. I just want to feel through the rib cage at the moment. And then coming back down, let's go back into a plank. Coming to your knees if you need to, making sure you're not sagging. And all fours. And let's come into a child's pose.